Hey guys, my name's Jamin. Thanks for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to access your fans and your heatsink assembly, the whole cooling unit inside your MSI GT75 Titan gaming laptop. So the first thing you want to do, shut it off, unplug it from your charger, and then flip it over. After flipping it over, there's going to be one screw in each of the four corners, and there's going to be a screw in the middle here under the factory seal sticker. Keep in mind, I don't know how new your computer is. I don't know what your warranty status is like. Anytime you mess with a factory seal or warranty sticker or anything like that, you risk voiding part or all of some or all of your warranties. So just keep that in mind whenever you're looking to break something like this. But this is where your fifth screw will be, is under that factory seal. After all five screws are up, this is your pull tab up here. That's where you can put your hand and exert the most force to take this bottom case off. Just be careful, go slow. You can get it up because those are the only five screws. Just be careful when you are. And that's your main pull tab right there. After getting the bottom case up, this is what you're looking like with the internals of this computer. It's a large, gigantic mess. Large fans, large heat sink, large battery, large speakers, large everything. One thing I forgot to shout out, guys, make sure when you're working on a computer like this, make sure that you have it sitting on an anti-static mat, possibly even an anti-static bracelet. You want to avoid damaging anything as much as possible. If you need any help with any tools or supplies like that for your project, I'll have a link below to my Amazon store, also above in the video. That'll take you to my Amazon store with some suggestions on things you can get. Another thing to shout out, guys, is when you're doing anything inside a computer, make sure the first thing you do is remove the battery before touching any of the other components. Same thing as the anti-static gear. We're trying to get as little power running through any of these things as possible. So remove your battery first thing in any computer repair. The battery here, the wires come up over the top, plug down into the motherboard here. It's a black port on the motherboard and a white plug from the battery that goes directly into it from the top. So to get it out, you would pull directly up from that port. There's a little tab on the left and right of the white plug. That's where you want to do it from. You want to get a little plastic pry tool and jimmy that up one side at a time. You don't want to grab the wires and pull, because sometimes when you grab wires and pull on a plug, the wires can come right out of the plug. So go at the plug, not the wires. After you get that battery plug out, guys, there's really no need to physically remove the battery as long as it's unplugged from the motherboard. Especially in this case, this battery is held down with some pretty severe double-sided tape. So it's actually a major process, a major annoying process to get that battery up. So at this point, just unplug it, make sure this is nowhere near the motherboard, bend it back, get it out of the way, and you're good to continue on into the computer. All right, so now to get at the heatsink assembly, guys, as you can see, this is a massive heatsink assembly. You have this fan over here on the right, and it's heatsink all the way around here, going over the GPU. And then you got this fan over here out of this vent, and it's got this heatsink assembly that comes all the way through here, down by this vent, all the way through that vent, all the way back around here, over the CPU here. So it's a pain in the butt to get all this out, but I'll show you how you can do it. First of all, you obviously see these four screws over the GPU, these four screws over the CPU. You got to get those out. You'll also see this screw right here to the left of the GPU, and this one to the right of the GPU right there. Talking intro. Around the fan, guys, you don't have to take out these tiny screws. You see these tiny little screws, these 3 or 4 screws? You don't have to take those out. Those hold the fan together. Those aren't actually holding it down to the case or anything. But there are screws in this corner, in this corner, in this corner, and down here in this corner. Same thing goes for the other one. You need to get all those screws out as well. Also, guys, down here, you'll see the wire coming from the fan that plugs into the motherboard here. You're going to want to pull that straight up. It'll be a white plug going into the motherboard. Pull that straight up. Just like with the battery, make sure you grab it by the plug and not the wires. Also, your Wi-Fi cards here, check that out. The Wi-Fi wires, actually, they're not attached, but they run along the fan here down through the hinge assembly. So before you just rip out that fan, make sure you take out the Wi-Fi wires and unrun it around this fan. It's got little cradles and clips that it runs against. So take those out of the fan, and then you can get this left fan out. Same thing goes for the right one. After you get all those screws up and unplug it, same kind of plug, these fans will come up. They're not actually attached to the copper. So both fans will come up after you get those up. After you get both of those fans up, guys, this is what you're looking at. You have the heatsink assemblies left over the CPU and GPU, and then near the vents. After this one releases on the right, guys, it's a little easier to get the left one out. I actually cut it off the picture here accidentally, but there is a screw, one last screw up here to this heatsink assembly that, as you can see, runs underneath the right heatsink assembly. Major pain in the butt to get this heatsink assembly out. After you get both heatsink assemblies up, guys, you have access to your GPU and your CPU. You can clean off the thermal paste. You can reapply more, whatever you're looking to do now that you have your heat sinks out. So I hope that at least guided you into how to get at your heat sinks, how to take them off, the order in which you take them off, fans first, and then the right heat sink first, because the left heat sink around here is under it. But yeah, quite a project in this model laptop. Good luck. And I hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, check out the FAQs below. Leave me a comment if you need to. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you next time, and I will conclude the video now with a quick pitch to my affiliate partner, Humble Bundle. At Humble, guys, you can get the latest games at great prices. They also have great ways to save when you're buying. You can bundle your games together in a purchase instead of buying them one at a time. You can also join Humble Choice, which is a monthly subscription service that gets you free games every month. And you can also feel good about your purchases because Humble has donated a ton of money to charity. And every time you pay your Humble Choice membership, every time you use my link, charity gets more. So it's a great website, guys, great place to get games. Check it out with the link above. I'll also have the link below in my description.